Okay, let's get started. A little late. It's welcome to the Highgate Selectboard meeting for August 7th, 2025. First item of business, pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public comment. I see Sue is in the audience.
I have two comments.
What you got?
Number one, papers that Wendy gave me for the summer concerts, they are all numbered. I think she must have gave me at least 60 to 70. They are all out onto the businesses, and I personally handed some to Highgate business. They did not go up. So we'll see what happens on that, but they are out.
Okay.
Second, I brought it up to Wendy. I asked Wendy yesterday. A lot of people know Jason Barney.
Mm-hmm.
He is fighting cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're doing the Highgate concert next week. If I have permission from the select board, if I can get some people lined up, I would like to see a money jar over there with a cardboard sign to give to Jason. Jason has been a Highgate resident all these years. He was our House of Representative for quite a few years, and he's a teacher at NBU. I would like your permission if I can get some people lined up to have a table over there in benefit for Jason.
You need a motion?
Yeah, he's also a wealth of local history going back to
Correct. If I can get some
1776.
people lined
Yeah.
up to go over there,
Yep.
I think it'll be a wonderful thing to give back to Jason.
Yep.
He lived in Highgate all his
Yep.
life.
Yep.
I think it's a great idea.
You need a motion?
Yeah, we can do a motion.
I'll make a motion so Sue can put a jar out.
Second.
All those say aye.
Aye.
I
Thank
will
you.
work, I'm gonna probably try to get a hold of some students. I can't be there right off at 1 o'clock because I gotta pick up my daughter, but I will be working on it. And I think it'd be a wonderful idea to give back to Jason.
And when is this?
Next Saturday, at the Highgate concert, next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Okay.
At the arena. Yes. Thank you
Okay.
very much. I know he would appreciate it.
And we wish him well.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else from the live audience in front of us? No? Okay. Online, I see Jessica Tremblay and Darlene Yaratz. Did I say that right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Tremblay. I don't know why it's coming up like that, but
Okay.
David's here too.
Okay. What can we help you guys with?
Well, we wanted to know why we were asked to remove a gate that's been in the same spot for decades. What's changed?
Okay, that, I gotta say, you guys obviously got the email from the town.
Yep.
Okay, everything's explained in there. And this is a legal matter at this point. We can talk more in executive about it, but this is not for public comment.
Then when do we do that?
In executive. You're welcome to come here and talk with us, or we can zoom you in on executive when we're done with the regular meeting.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay? Anything else for public comment?
Yeah, the town manager mentioned that the public trail next to us is being open for ATVs.
Yes, the trail beyond the Bouchard Road is open for ATVs, yes.
Okay, where do I find that trail written? Because trails are not highways and they are not looked at like highways. According to the state statute, trails are not highways.
It's not, it's not, good.
In order for it to be, they say in order for it to be included, that it had to be on the agenda, it had to be out for public comment, that it couldn't just be trail or highways, it had to include trail. I just want to know where to find that.
I'm not sure I understand your question.
She's saying the ordinance?
Yeah, you do. The public has to be aware that public trails are being open for ATV, just like when you opened them for the highway.
Oh, okay, yes. So that
where
is,
is that notice, or where is that ordinance stating public trails are open to ATV use?
let me get it out right now, but yeah, for the last year prior to the vote, we've been talking about this, and we've welcomed public comment.
Yep. But that's because trails weren't being mentioned. It was all Highgate highways being open. It never in the verbal public meetings or in the select board meetings, never did it say also public trails.
Yeah, hold on just a second. I'm reading through the,
Yeah.
it's the one we approved on July 15th, page 2. I think it's paragraph B. State highways on a case-by-case basis. Okay, these are not will be allowed except for the following. So use of Highgate public roads is authorized year-round. So everything but private roads, the rail trail, travel, old dock, shipyard, and the state highways.
But it has to state in writing that public trails are also open the same time the highways were, and that is not in there.
That's not the legal opinion of the town attorney. That's the point.
Okay, so we discussed this ad nauseum with Vast about trails. It was all about trails, and it was always assumed that the trails would be open and the roads are part of the trail system.
Yes, but they told me in the state that assuming and insinuating is not being transparent as a select board. That
Okay.
it had to be stipulated in there, public trails. Somewhere in there it has to state public trails are also being open.
Okay, so like I said, I don't know if you watched, I don't remember you guys being a part of the last year's conversations, but the trails were always the #1 subject. The deal is we're trying to push ATVs to the trails and get them off the roads. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, you did list trail system for the ATVs to Vasa last year.
Correct.
Bouchard Road was not in that list. Bouchard Road was not in the Vasa trail list.
Okay, so what would you like to see then?
I would like to see the same trail system being used that was used last year prior to the highways. Because we got bikers, walkers, we're cropping that land, or that road, we walk that trail. And to have ATVs come flying up where we're located and down that trail, somebody's gonna get hurt. When they've got two within a mile radius, the Gore Road, Duhamel Road, and ours, why do you need 3 different trail systems all heading in the same direction in that little short, I mean, a mile apart, you got 3 runways for ATVs? Seems a bit dramatic to me. A little bit overkill. The Gore Road, the Bouchard Road, and Duhamel Road?
I came out here the other day and see how close our house is to the road. If you lived here, and we lived here for 38 years, would you be happy about the road being opened up to 4-wheelers at no speed limit and no consequences from a bunch of people who bought a bunch of toys and don't have nowhere to ride them? And if someone gets hurt out here, or on these 4-wheelers anywhere, not just here, Highgate Springs, here, there, which one of you selectmen have been authorized to go to the loved ones and let them know that they just got hurt or killed on that trail?
Okay, we're talking, sir, we're talking theoreticals here. We're drifting off from the comment that's a theoretical. So let's get back to the subject.
This is about the trail system. We should have been legally notified that the public trail running on our road was going to be open to now not just bicycles and agriculture and people walking, but to UTVs also can drive down it now. There has to be some kind of public transparency to say, oh, we're going to open highways, but that also includes trails are looked at like highways, not according to the statute papers. It specifically says the trails are not highways. State statute 301 or 302. 19-301 or 302. Trails are not highways.
All right, here's
1, 2, 3, and 4 are highways.
Here's what I suggest we do, because we got to move on with the rest of the meeting right now. We have other items on the agenda. Put in writing to the select board your concerns about the trail. I know you sent, I think, 1 email that I've read. You brought up some different issues tonight, especially the laws and the statutes you're quoting. Put those in a letter so that we can research them. I
did.
Okay,
You guys, the town manager sent them to me, telling me that 301 and 302 say, state statute says trails are a highway.
okay,
But in
understood.
fact, the state doesn't say that they're a highway. They are not a held highway is what the statute says.
Okay, understood. I haven't read it that yet myself. We will read that and we will get back to you. I have one question for all three of you. You were talking about that you weren't notified at all in the public. We had this on a public agenda for almost a year, up until this July. We had many town meetings about it. We had a town vote about it. Were you part of that? And did you vote at town meeting day?
It was 100%. All you were saying was highways were going to be open. All Highgate highways.
Okay. All right.
And we did try to attest the last meeting that you had regarding the ATVs and new TVs.
Yeah.
The microphone was not working to be able to hear you very clearly, and we were not able to speak. And I do have proof of that in the conversation. I tried to say, we are trying to talk, but we cannot be heard.
Okay.
So we did try to voice our opinion on the last meeting, but we could not get through.
Okay. No, we got you now. We're still having some issues with this one computer, which we use for this stuff. Working through that though. All right. Let me go to anybody else have anything right now? Okay.
Nope. No.
So
So,
when you go to the next meeting, you're going to zoom us back in or let us know to join?
yes.
Is that going to be right after the select, when this is all done, is it going to be right after?
Oh, the executive. So if you want, you just, what's our timeline right now? It's about an hour. Just one of you can just stay online and just kind of watch back and forth for about an hour. And
Okay, I just didn't know if you had to set it for another time or like tomorrow.
no, that's tonight. So is this about the ATVs or is this about the gate? What you're gonna
About
talk?
the gate, about both, the gate and the trail, but mainly right now the gate.
Okay.
Because the trail,
So the gate, we've been advised by our council, we can't really talk about that right now because of the letter that was sent and the expectations right now and the compliance, because that is a legal matter right now, so we can't really talk about that. That is actually kind of out of the select board's hands at this point, the gate issue.
for the executive meeting,
Correct. We can talk about the speed limit, but we can't really talk about the gate.
okay, we need to talk about the gate and the speed limit, but if they're not gonna allow us to, we ain't got much choice.
God, they never even came to see, Monday when they were supposed to come take the gate down or whatever. No one ever showed up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But according to your lawyer's letter,
No, stop right there. Stop. I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm gonna mute you on this if you keep talking about the gate. We're not talking about the gate. This is outside of public comment right now. Do you understand that?
So it'll be muted if you don't stop talking about the gate.
We can talk about speed limit in executive. We are,
Yeah.
but we can't talk about the gate.
She said we were talking about the speed limit during, at 6:30? No, what did she say, 6:50 maybe? Same as Carter Hill Road.
Yep. Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. We're still on public comment, so we can come back to that.
Yep.
Okay. So if you guys just want to mute yourselves and listen in until we get to that point, then you can join back in.
Yep.
Good? Okay, thank you. Okay, what do we got next? What do we got? Public comment? Okay, next we got town clerk Wendy.
Yes, so I had minutes from July 17th, which would be as amended, because we did need to fix some of the numbers as part of the bids. Are you distracting me?
Yes.
A lot of amendments to this meeting in the last 8 hours. I'm trying to catch up. So, let's get your portion done. I'm sorry. You got my undivided attention right now.
That's okay. I'm just trying to keep things moving.
I hear it.
So far, this is painful. Okay, July 17th meeting minutes. as amended.
Yep, I read them. Everybody get a chance to read them?
Motion to accept the minutes as amended.
I'll
Yep.
second it.
All those say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We have a pile of ice rental contracts and locker room contracts that you wanted fully executed before any teams took the ice. I emailed them to you all with a cover letter of the breakdown. I don't know if you want to do them individually or one motion for everyone.
They're all the same cost, right?
No.
No, okay, and we should probably be doing it individually,
Okay.
get it on record.
So the first one is the 2025-2026 contract between the town of Highgate and St. Albans Skating Association at $195 an hour. Which is $10, everything went up $10 an hour from last year.
Okay.
So do you wanna just have me read through them and then you do
Yeah,
one motion?
and we'll do one
Okay.
motion at the end.
The
Yep.
next one is MVU High School for the boys and girls teams for the 25-26 season. They are $185 an hour. Milton Youth Hockey Association, 25-26 season, $195 an hour. Maha, which is Missisquoi Amateur Hockey Association, 25-26 season, $185 an hour. Milton Town School District, which is the Milton High School Boys Hockey Team, $195 an hour. Then we have 3 locker room contracts. MVU Boys Varsity Team for the months of November, December, January, February, March. 4 months at $460 a month for a total of $1,840. MVU Girls, the 4 months, they're $100 a month for a total of $400. And Milton Boys Varsity, $100 a month for a total of $400. The MVU Boys is more expensive because they have rolled in those renovation costs that they did to the locker room last season, and they spread the costs out over a couple of years. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 contracts.
8 total, okay. Can I get a motion for Wendy to accept the hockey and locker room contracts for the arena for the skating season?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All those say aye?
Aye.
Thank you. And thank you, Wendy, for getting that done before.
Yes, and
The season.
last year, I think the season was damn near over
It
before
was.
we had them all back. And
So,
Yeah.
can I interrupt
Yeah.
what you just did? You said locker rooms, but you didn't mention the rental of the ice. He just said he made a motion to accept the locker rooms. He didn't make the motion to accept the ice rental.
I did. I said hockey and locker rooms. I think I said hockey and locker rooms.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't take it that way.
Oh, no worries. Yeah.
Okay,
It's implied.
okay.
It is now. It definitely clarified now.
Okay.
Okay, so Ben, seconded by Chad, to accept all of the ice rental and locker room contracts. Okay,
That's what I think we agreed to.
all right, I'll get you to sign these at the end of the meeting, Vern, but other than that, that is it for me.
Okay. Town treasurer Shelley.
We will do the fun stuff first, unless you would like to do the viewer check warrant first. Or is that in a different section?
Let's talk about the tax rate first.
Okay,
Yeah.
the fun stuff. Let's talk about it. Okay, tax rate. Everyone should be very happy with the town and education side of things. The municipal tax rate, which is what I would like a motion for you guys to make, is 0.5378. And compared to last year, it's up slightly. Last year's municipal tax rate was 0.4968. Again, most of that cost is out of our control with inflation, but it is what it is. And overall, the homestead
If you declared your homestead on your primary residence, the rate will be 2.0158. Sorry, that's what we are paying right now.
Nope, 1.9395.
And the proposed is going to be 1.9395. So it's going from 2.0158 to the motion I want you to make for 1.9395.
Is that because of stuff the town did or stuff that the state did?
Stuff the state did.
Okay, so they gave us like a 50% increase last year in property taxes. They're
Never
making it seem like they're
realized
giving us tax relief this year by bringing it down a point or two.
that. Slightly.
But we're still up overall like 12, 13% from what it was the year prior. Yeah.
Well, on a $200,000 household, the assessed value, your taxes will be $152 less this year.
Less is always good.
Less, yep. So everyone's bill should be slightly lower. But yes, I think Montpelier is trying to rectify the education calculation
All right.
of taxes.
I personally would like to commend them for that. We're heading in the right direction. Let's keep it heading in that direction, Montpelier, for the sake of everybody.
Is there a paper with a tax rate on it? I've already had a lot, but there's a possibility I can get one, because I've had a lot of people.
They got to approve it first, Sue.
Yep.
Once they approve it, can I get a copy of it?
Do they approve both rates, Shelley, or just the homestead?
Just the municipal rate, honestly, because
The 0.53.
0.5378
Yep.
is the only thing that we have control over.
Gotcha. That's, yeah, like I said, it was at, looks like 3.75%, so it's inflation, you're right, so.
It's, yes.
We're actually kind of keeping it level as best we can. All right, can I get a motion to accept the new homestead municipal tax rate of 0.5378?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
to accept
second.
that rate.
I'll second.
All right, all those say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Now the super fun stuff, check warrants. Check warrant?
Yep.
Oh.
In your signature folder? Did you not bring it out here?
Is it still?
I was like, do you want me to put my stuff in your signature
Yeah.
folder? Yep, it's over there.
Did
There.
everybody get a chance to read the check warrants?
Yes.
All right, any questions, comments?
You know, I keep it in the same spot every time. so
Safety
Thank you.
thing.
That's helpful.
Can I get a motion to accept the check warrant?
Make the motion to accept the check warrant.
I'll second it.
All those say aye?
Aye.
Thank you.
And then I'll just really briefly touch on taxes while you're signing that. Well, back up, you just approved the tax rate, so we plan on printing and mailing bills middle of September, so they will be out a good 6 weeks prior to the due date of October 30th. Anyone that feels they need to make a payment plan with me, please, please, please set one up ASAP. Even if you don't have your bill yet, it's beneficial to you. The tax sale process has started. With a bump in the road, another new law, a payment plan was supposed to be mailed with the letters stating that they are going into tax sale, and it's always been accepted for them to call me once they get the letter to set up the payment plan. Now I'm to set the payment plan for them, and they need to sign and accept it. So the second round of letters to my 9 properties will be going out tomorrow from the attorney's office with a payment plan for them to accept. Once they are late, do not accept, or miss a payment altogether, they are automatically on the tax sale into the process. But it's every year it's a new law, so just makes it more difficult for people to catch up. Currently, we are at a delinquent balance of $86,595.08. And like I said, there was 9 properties on the tax sale list. 1 has already paid in full, so 8 are moving forward with the new letters.
There's
8 now. I know of 1 more that will probably be paid in full by the end of the month, so.
Excellent.
Yes, the system does work when we are allowed to use it.
And Sue, do you want to make your pitch?
I'm still talking to people, set up a budget plan, the way to go. You never know what happens when one comes off and where it is. And we'll continue talking to people. Just come in and set up a budget plan. No matter how much you put in, just do it.
That's right. Any little bit helps, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And you can tell by the taxes how low they're getting down on it. That's,
Yep.
because people are coming in.
It works.
It works.
And the only other thing, the auditors will be here the last week of August, so definitely in full swing of preparing for that. And that's all I have.
All right, excellent, thank you. Freddie, Town Administrator.
Yeah. So I will get through this one pretty quickly.
Yep.
I am a ICMA chapter advisor. That's my professional association for the UVM student chapter. I did it in college. Did all, however many years I was in college, undergrad and graduate, paying it forward by doing the work at UVM. I'm also in contact with some folks at Middlebury, St. Mike's, a lot of that they're requesting, because they know what I do for work, some projects for their students to do project-based learning. And I did this especially in my graduate program, that basically, like, you can take it a lot of different ways, but the question before you is, are you interested in having that work with a particular institution, a variety, what kinds of projects that you're looking, that you would be interested in, partnering with a class with. These projects would probably be pretty low on the scale of priority or small policy issues, so things that we want to edit or just update. Those are great options to kind of hand it over, give them a little bit of oversight, but also introduce the next generation of folks in the local government.
Hey, that's us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, my only direction is if you're interested, and then if you are interested, what kind of projects you'd be like, that can be an ongoing conversation as we go forward into the new semester. And then airport, are we good on that one?
Yeah, are you looking for a motion on that?
Nope,
No? Okay.
nope.
I'm
And
supportive of it. How's the rest of the board feel about that?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yep.
Thumbs up on that? Chad?
Yeah.
Okay.
work on it. Get in contact with folks. And then we'll move on right into airport water and wastewater update. So we are continuing to get towards the substantial completion point for the infrastructure being put in at the airport, as you all know. That should be done by the end of the summer. We're working towards it pretty quickly. For folks who are looking to hook up into that system, we just ask that you be a little bit patient with us as we get through the final stages of construction and also all of our administrative side of things before we send you to the correct people to get everything done the correct way. But other than that, that should be closer to the end of August, if not in the beginning of September. We are really trying to make sure that that is completed by the end of summer. And then basically, because construction is ongoing, we just politely request that you be cautious and courteous of any crews that you might see along Route 78. Still working on some of the parts of it, and then all the way up through the airport. So that's our current update, but we do know that folks are really interested in hooking up into the system, and we really appreciate that. We will just get you specific steps a little later into the project.
Okay, sounds good. I'll pass it on to Cliff Coy, the airport manager there. Just a real brief side note on that. I went to the airport meeting that the state sponsored last week sometime. They were taking input from the public about what the public wants, that kind of thing at the airport, gripes and all that, good things. Not that it affects a lot of people in the community, but when they put in the longer runway about 2 years ago, they took out the grass runway, which was probably the best grass strip in the state. I don't want to get into the politics of that, but they're bringing the grass strip back, which is good. That needed to come back. They use that for the parachute jumping business, and it separates regular airplanes from parachute airplanes, so it's also a safety issue. So that's a good thing. The only other thing was the water hookups, like you just mentioned, and I said we don't have the water going yet, so baby steps. We'll get there, but I think Sharon left a flyer up there if you wanted the water hookups at your hangars or businesses out there to contact the town, which is now you, Freddie. So hopefully that's still up there. I might want to put another flyer up with your name and contact if we want it. And other than that, the big thing I took out of that meeting was the new people running the aviation in the state are pro-business, pro-aviation. And one of the things that I brought up was the relationship with the big runway, the water and sewer. I've said it a few times, if you build it, they'll come. I said we're making the nest, and we're hoping to get people to come into there. And I brought up Amazon, and there was a cheer in the room about potentially trying to get Amazon warehouse back in some of that acreage, and it might be easier to do that. I was just thinking, instead of having 15 or 20 different individual companies come in and build them by at spec, one at a time, Amazon brings in, their 8 football size hangar, or not hangar, but warehouse, and it's all done in one shot. And like I said, not to scare people, but this wouldn't be the proposal that Amazon had for Essex, and that's what we're trying to piggyback on here and see if they're interested in Highgate, because we've got the infrastructure for them. We got the interstate, we got the airport, and we're close proximity to Burlington, which is where they wanted to be. So we got everything they need. So we're trying to see if we can attract Amazon to come take a look-see at our little town. And it would be a warehouse. It wouldn't be, I think you said it best a couple meetings ago, Shelley, this wouldn't be anything that takes away jobs from locals. The whole idea of the Amazon warehouse is to be able to buy stuff that you can't buy locally. That's what that's all about. And I think they just did one of these, and Champlain just got contracted on the New York side of the lake for the same thing. It's a warehouse. So
Jobs.
Yeah, and good paying jobs, good study, good paying jobs. So anyways, that's it for that little iteration on the airport meeting. It was a good meeting. It was very refreshing. The new staff at the state level that's running the aviation side is long overdue. Let's put it that way.
This one first.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
and then-
Sounds all positive.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to do this? I guess it's coming up right here. All right, so Shelley, you're all set?
Yep.
All right, on to regular select board items right now. I think we're going to request a motion to proceed regarding contractual matters related to the arena renovation project. They were in here the last time talking about different options, roofing, some side paneling, and what's the foyer called in the front?
The vestibule. and
The
lobby.
vegetable, and anyways, some financial issues for that, trying to pick option A, option B, what would be best for the town. There were some issues with the contract itself after they reviewed it and we reviewed it. I think they've since talked to DEW since, and they want to go ahead and move ahead with one of the options.
That would be a contract that we would have to further specify at this point in time. So
Okay.
it would be technically not the option presented.
Not the option presented.
Yes.
Okay.
So the option that was presented at the last select board meeting, those were not the options picked. Yes, so the motion to proceed regarding the contractual matters, we're basically just requesting, so the recreation committee and the director recommended that we go forth in attempting to contract for the arena renovation with DW, and basically the motion to proceed would just allow me and some of the rec staff to proceed with designing a contract to be able to bring to you as an option.
Okay.
So the motion to proceed is required, but also does not obligate you to anything in particular at this moment in time.
So it's basically a continuation of talks.
Yeah.
Okay, details. All right.
Official thumbs up, if you
Okay.
will.
Yep. Yep. Questions, comments? before we make a motion on it? How involved, I guess I'm a little confused, how involved is the select board gonna be in the continued negotiations with DEW? I know we're relying on subject matter experts, which is the arena and what they want. I just wanna make sure we have another meeting like we had last time to make sure the select board's fully read in before we give it official thumbs up.
So why,
Okay.
so why do we need a motion tonight?
A motion to proceed, what's it called? Request a motion to proceed to continue the talking about modifying these. Remember the two contracts we got?
Yeah,
And they're very close, but also very different.
yeah.
Talk more about that. There's certain, it sounds like there's gonna be certain things from one contract, they're gonna be used in another and vice versa to make almost like a new contract.
Trying to meet all of the requirements of the MERP grant to get fully reimbursed, but also get as much done of their want list as possible.
So, a lot of the scope has changed, just to include the rec budget and all of that fun stuff. So the motion proceed is really just to allow us to figure out if we can get that contract into the space that both the rec committee and director recommend to you, and then we'll bring that to you with the full details in terms of what can be done, and we will read you in, and that will be a full motion to
A full
contract.
motion, okay.
Yes.
A binding motion at that point.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
within their budget.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
This be a change in the bidding parameters that are required to go back out to bid?
Technically, no. So we've had a conversation, so we're under the MERP requirements at this point, which is the grant that we have for the arena renovation. We've had a conversation with them, and they have advised us that we are correct in doing what we're doing. We don't have to go back out to bid at this point.
So are we still gonna do it? I know when we left the meeting, they were gonna do it in parts. Are they gonna do it all in one now, or are they gonna, is it gonna be split up like it was? Well, like we talked about?
So any specifics in terms of the parts, we'll have to talk in executive regarding contracts. But yes, they are still going to phase it, and they would like to start as soon as possible, rather than spring of '26.
So I guess the problem I have is, why aren't we talking to them before we put a motion on, talking to the rec committee again? It's almost like we're putting the cart before the horse. Because
Freddie needs you to make the motion, so you don't have to be the ones talking with DEW 24/7.
Yeah, so the rec committee.
Freddie needs you to make the motion so
The
she
rec
can
committee-
talk with them.
And director sent the recommendation through me to you, as they should, to make a motion to proceed so I can do the 24/7 conversation with those specific details. We can talk later about like the specifics of the contract and budget and all of that fun stuff, but at this point it would just be a green thumbs up for me to continue those conversations.
This motion, if we make right now, is just so you can go ahead with your part.
Yes,
right?
to bring to you your part, yes.
Okay.
This
Okay.
does not obligate us to anything in
It's not-
particular at this.
Okay.
It's not
specific
binding
time.
contractually,
Right,
we're just
right.
allowing them to continue negotiating.
Yeah.
Yeah. To
He's
define-
speaking on your
define
behalf.
everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else? All right. Can I get a motion to approve the request to proceed regarding contractual matters of the arena renovation project?
I'll give you that motion.
Awesome.
I'll second.
All those say aye?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, tell you what, we're gonna skip over item C right now and get these other two out of the way. We're gonna go to, we'll come back to it, but Bayor Road light post.
Yeah, so you'll find in your packet, we have a very nice diagram of Bear Road, close to Little White Church.
Yep.
My grandma will screenshot that. So basically, Vermont Electric reached out because this question had been previously posed, but it had been falling through the cracks. Basically, the defunct light post near 55 Bear Road, it is positioned over the road, but it has been defunct for so long that it it does no longer work. And basically, since 2023, and is not on any of our current bills, at this point, Vermont Electric requests that you decide if you would like to fix it and add it to our bill at a cost of around $15.16 additional per month, or to remove the post entirely. There are no current resident complaints on file regarding the light being out or request for removal. No one has made any contact requests regarding the specific light post.
Okay.
No one has said, yes, we want to keep it. No one says,
Has anybody on that road approached the town? Nobody?
not according to my records, no.
Not to
I'm 50-50 on this one.
I think it just came up as a result of the other conversation with BEC about the other light.
They found it in their files and they sent it to me as just something had fallen through the cracks, and we're just making sure we get it adjusted. They can remove that entire light post and it would be off. I mean, it's not currently on our bill, but it would be not an option to put it back on our bill since it's been removed. But they would have to go out and fix it if you do approve it.
It was put there for a reason, like to
Yeah.
know why it was there to begin with, and then make a decision.
Could have been a resident request, like the dragons on Macy Road.
The folks that I talked to regarding the light post didn't have any background on the specific and light post, so I don't have anything to give you, unfortunately.
Can we table, can I make a motion to table this for next time? So we can investigate it a little bit?
Like a field trip.
Yeah.
Field trip. Yeah, we can table this and maybe reach out to, I think there's 2 or 3 houses down there and see if they want it or not. It's not many houses, so.
Yeah.
I know this has been a subject on the road I lived on. Some people did want it, some people didn't. Some people definitely didn't want it once it was up because it was so bright. So yeah, if we could maybe just pull the 2 or 3 houses down there, see what they want, and we'll make a decision from there. Next on the agenda, 2-3 meetings in a row. Proposal to open the transfer station commercial appraisal for the Casella property. We're trying to get the value of that property so we can negotiate with Casella. I think we've put out 2 bids now, 2 RFPs, and nothing's come back for either one. It's kind of hard to negotiate a deal when you don't know what you got. So we got to figure out how we can get some appraisal company to bite off and help us out.
I told, speaking with Freddie today about this, I gave her the suggestion to reach out to Vermont League of Cities and Towns. We are not the only town with a transfer station. They must have some sort of value associated. I know we just got our buildings reappraised, but not land.
Yeah.
So, they may or may not have an idea of who could do it.
Yeah. That would be a direct contract at that point, because we've gone through the good faith attempts to get proposals from various bidders.
Yeah. I think I mentioned, I know it's been very busy the last 48 hours. How far out are we putting the RFP out? Is it going throughout the country? Is it just staying in New England? I know like some of our contracts, like for the reappraisal that we're having town-wide, is a company in Indiana or something that's doing it.
Tyler Technology.
Yeah, so can we put this out nationwide? Or
You
is
can do
it?
whatever you want.
Okay.
If you've put it out to bid already, have you done your due diligence, and can you just reach out to individual companies? I don't know, like Highland Appraisals.
That was my other suggestion,
Okay.
because they did the right property. It was a unique sand pit.
Yeah.
It's also quite expensive.
And getting out-of-state folks would be much more expensive to get that appraisal completed. So it'd be about the same.
How much do you want to spend appraising a property when you've only got one buyer?
And we're now about 2 months delayed out
It's
of
only worth what they're gonna pay.
Yeah, well, as little as possible on behalf of the
Yeah.
taxpayers, but we still
Yeah.
need to get a number.
Yeah.
Professionally, I mean, I got a number in my head, but that's based on the little bit that I know. I want a professional appraisal, so.
Right.
Yeah, can we reach out to some of the local places that helped us with the one-offs, I guess, like the sand pit?
again, you can,
Yeah.
Has the property ever been assessed?
we have a town assessed value, but it's not on the grand list.
Okay. It's just a starting point.
Right,
That's what I'm looking at.
yeah.
That was included, that parcel information that would lead any potential bidders or proposers to that specific tax map with the assessment at the tax rate, well, the town rate.
It just gives us a starting point, that's
Yeah.
all.
Yep, it's right on the GIS.
Yep.
All the town properties are, you know, they're not on the grand list, but you can find their values on the,
If anything else, we could refer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good idea, Kat.
So there's no.
just from my perspective, I would hate to waste money on something when you've got one buyer. Like,
Right.
it's only worth what they're willing to pay.
Yeah.
And we can use that assessment just
Yeah.
to go by.
Well, when was the last time that was assessed? Do we know? I know like the Mill Hill was like 2011, something like that, so.
Mill Hill wouldn't have been assessed any sooner than the rest of the town unless it was done separately for the bank,
Okay.
which is 2008, the whole town. So it will be reassessed with the whole town
Right.
reassessment, reappraisal, but 2008 was the last.
Oh, wait, okay. I know it was a while ago, so, okay.
Yeah.
Things have changed since then, all right.
So there's no motion
Are
associated
you
with
looking
this
it up,
item.
Wendy? Oh, no.
So there's no motion associated with this item.
No.
Basically, the request is what your direction is for staff, me, to do. So whether you'd like to reach out directly to appraisal sources or go back out for bids or proposals, that's up to you.
Can we do both? I'm a big believer in shotgunning it out and somebody will bite eventually. Start up, yeah, put the RFP out again and then start hitting some of the local places that have helped us in the past. If we could. Okay. All right, so that's kind of the end of the select board stuff, but we're gonna go back to item C. Speed limit change request. The Bouchard Road folks, I see you're still on, we'll come back to you in a minute. For residents at Carter Hill, so I actually drove the road tonight on the way here. They are looking to change the speed limit. Carter Hill goes from 35 to 50 after a half mile from the frontage road intersection eastbound. Complaints on the speed have been consistent on the road, particularly with transition and speed. Wright County Sheriff records do show a history of speeding. Bouchard, I'm sorry, that's okay, that's Bouchard separate on that paragraph. So what are they looking to bring that down to?
They did not have a particular number in mind, so basically what would be the direction to staff requested is if you are interested in basically what would be required, especially of a road like Carter Hill, would be a traffic study to determine what would be the best and safest speed at that point. I can basically reach out to the people that I work with all the time with V-Trans and start the NPRC work. But basically the direction is, would you like me to start doing that work? Would you like to table it? Is it's not in your current budget for this year, that would be a next financial year. And what the question is what your direction is, either to start looking into it right now. Would you like to table it? What your opinion is, yes.
Are they talking, just I'm trying to get the direction right on this, Carter goes from 35 to 50. So you come up the little knoll, you go down the other side, straight away opens up to 50.
So I can't
After a
pronounce
half mile, yep, okay.
the Campagna. Sorry if I
Compano.
Campana,
Right after that
yeah.
road intersects with Carter Hill, that is where the complaints are about folks like turning that almost. It's not a blind corner, but it is a turn in the road through the straightaway, which is a 50, and it turns into 78. That's where the complaints are coming from. There are various speed records about issues.
Yeah.
all across Carter Hill, but that is where the specific complaint is coming from.
Could we let the sheriff's department know that's a focus?
Hotspot.
I've already requested
Okay.
that any directed patrols be, included in their reports to us, so we have that on hand.
So like I said, we don't have money to do a speed study this year, but we could do line items for next year
Yeah, we can budget for it.
for this, to do a speed study, because that's normally the way this gets done.
Yes.
In the meanwhile, we can have the sheriff do directed patrols and ask the public to obey the speed limit. But it is hard, I'm not gonna lie, I drive that road quite a bit. That transition is hard.
We can also look into basically adding, signage, if
Yeah.
that would possibly help. But the biggest next step is the traffic study, yes.
Do you need a motion for that?
No, I do not
Okay.
at this point.
All right, so the Tremblays, you guys, looks like you're all still on.
Yes, we are.
Okay, welcome back. All right, so let's talk about, let's have a conversation about your road. And right now, I'm reading here through my notes. Looks like it's 35 miles an hour, the entire road, up until the point where it becomes a trail.
Yes, it is.
It says it says no law enforcement documented speed issues on the road, but the residents regularly report speed-based issues.
Yeah, we've had ongoing issues with LaRush's speeding out and back. We've had ongoing issues with mail cars, UPS, FedEx. Anybody that comes out here for any reason, we've had multiple occasions with speeding. Usually we verbally tell people, ask them to slow down. It doesn't always work the way that you ask them to. Not everybody respects that or thinks they have to take it into consideration. I do have a special...
The GPS.
Yeah, the GPS makes them think that this isn't a dead-end road, that it's a main road to go through to reach out and bring you to Dandaran Road. So a lot of people blow through here going excessive speeds, so we are asking that the town reduce the speed limit on the road to the minimum that you guys can.
Okay, I think the minimum, I'm talking to the road commissioner here, if you want to lean forward to be on camera.
Yeah.
Our road commissioner, he told me that and I think I've done a few of these since I've been on the board, but the minimum is 25. That's as low as we can go. So is this going to require a speed study too?
I don't think I don't think we need a speed study there.
Okay.
I don't think, we did have some, we talked a little bit. We did talk about, would you be in favor of speed bumps through there?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Speed bumps, lowering the speed limit would be greatly appreciated. The other thing I would like to bring to you guys' attention and possibly ask for would be a crosswalk between the house and the Plaza Hub with a potential stop sign, so that it is not an ongoing issue even if people don't abide by the speed limit. You guys know you can call law enforcement 100 times. It doesn't always mean they have the time to show up or to do anything about it.
Right.
Right. I don't know what we can do about putting a stop sign there, but I'll look into it for you. And, and see what
I didn't
we
catch any
can.
of that, Richard. I apologize. The camera's lagging. Can you repeat that, please?
I don't know about the stop sign right there for a crosswalk, but I'll look into it for you.
Okay.
And see what I can come up with there. And, but I know I talked to some of the other board members and we would like to help you out. And maybe a couple of speed bumps. We talked about that. And, but in the speed limit, I think the lowest we can bring that down to is maybe 25.
Hey, I'll take what I can get. I'd be happy with 25, and if you guys can definitely talk about speed bumps. My concern is I have a child in a wheelchair. When I'm crossing a road or I'm in a roadway or I'm walking with him, I can only move out of the way so fast when my kid's in a wheelchair, he's on his bike.
Yeah.
So it is a concern. When people speed up through here and stuff, it's scary. It's hard to get out of the way when you got a wheelchair. They don't turn on a dime and you can't always move quick.
Yeah, understand.
Just a question, never talked about the speed bumps before. I think it's a good rational idea. would we remove those in the winter for plowing?
Yeah, with that.
Yeah, we probably would have to,
Okay.
you know.
If not, could we maybe move it into the field a little bit further, even if we had to? Like in the winter and stuff, with the plow being the concern, maybe possibly put it into the field a little bit more just so it can stay, but maybe be moved over a little bit to where a plow wouldn't hit it, but it would still be applicable to the oncoming traffic.
Yeah, and the only problem is, Jessica, I know on Orchard Street in Enosburg, I know they gotta take theirs out because of the plows, and they put them back. I don't think you'll have so much trouble in the winter as you would have right now. And you don't.
We do have more traffic in the summer. You're right on that, Richard. I do got another question for you, if I'm allowed to just ask this. We had talked last year, Richard, about putting in a blind child lives here sign. And we have a blind person and nobody sees that sign. Is it possible to get a bigger sign or one that says that a blind child lives here?
Did that sign come from the town?
It came from you guys, yes, it came from the towns. It's on the side toward the manure pit and down here in the main road across from almost 185. There's a sign there that says blind person, but it's so small that nobody notices it really. Not that I've asked. I've been like, hey, did you guys not see the sign? When somebody speeds in the door, our natural instinct is to say, hey, a blind person lives here. Did you see the sign? And they'll be like, oh no, I didn't even notice it. So if we could get a bigger signage or maybe one, you know, with more description on it to possibly replace that one with something better would be appreciated. And if we do reduce the speed on this road to 25, can we get that sign on both ends of the road? Where the road meets the trail and down here on this end, like where the blind person signs are.
Can I ask you something, Jessica?
Yes.
Would it be better for a handicap sign? Better than the blind, knowing it, because
yeah, I think we gave it enough time, Richard, with the blind person sign that no one.
Yeah. Whoop, I lost you.
Can you do both signs, Richard?
No, I don't think I can do both.
Okay, we'll take whatever Jessica wants.
Okay.
The handicap is better, but what child would it, Richard? Let them know that it's a
It's a handicapped child, not just a handicapped person.
Right.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We'll pay for it if we have to.
Yeah. Okay. Let me look into it. And
I agree. Say I want to agree with the speed bump.
The speed bumps, yes. Everybody here is for that.
yeah.
I mostly would have taken them down in the winter for the snow plow because we don't get a lot of traffic in the winter. Comes up, it's the milk truck, the snow plow.
Yeah, and the kids aren't playing in their play area out front in the winter like
Yeah, I'm
that.
not taking AJ for bike rides in the winter, let's be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
Take them out before the first snow plow, like the end of November or something.
Right.
And we'll put them back in the spring to save and make my children and my grandchildren a more safe and
Environment.
and a happy home.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel for asking for too much.
No,
Safety is good. Safety is the greatest, the biggest concern we got is safety.
Absolutely.
and we want to work with you. We do want to work with you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for acknowledging all of that and mentioning what you did tonight, and hopefully we can look forward to a brighter future with it all. Thank yous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
It's all about talking. Just got to keep talking.
That's right.
Just gotta
That's all it's
communicate.
about.
right, good.
Understanding and talking.
Yep.
Get all around up and things, but
It's for a reason.
we got to put each other. You got to put each other in somebody else's shoes sometimes,
Right.
and see where they're coming from.
We don't want to lose our quality of life out here. It's rare to have in this day and age.
Me and Darlene, I've known Richard his whole life. I grew up next to him my whole life. And he don't know how much I love my family.
You guys got a beautiful farm. When this popped up, I don't know, a month or two ago, I drove on up there just to check it out myself, and I didn't even know that road existed. So yeah, it's a beautiful place. I understand your love for it.
When
We were lucky when COVID hit.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were able here secluded. It was quiet and peaceful, and it's just been a lot of stress lately.
Henry Rush told me when I bought the place, he'd come and saw me and asked me if I'd interested in buying it. And I had one child at the time, he was 4 months old, my oldest son, and he said, David, he said, it's a beautiful place to raise a family. And he said, we know how much you love kids, and he said, neighboring your father, the home farm, he said, I think it would make you a nice place. And it's been work. It's a lot of work, without a doubt.
But it's changed the atmosphere and the road and the amount of cars and vehicles we get up here now. When our kids were little, they could ride their bikes up and down this road and you never had to even think twice. Now you're constantly, oh no, somebody's coming, get out of the way. You gotta get out of the way. It's constant. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because of GPSs or what the deal is.
Well, let's work on the speed limit and the speed bump issue right now with Richard. We'll talk more about it. Let's try and get you guys some relief there to improve the safety up your end of the road. Right now, we do have other people we're got to go into executive with
All right.
off camera, but thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
With us, we'll work with you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Yeah.
You too.
All right. Any other business? Let me just double check my notes real quick. Oh yeah, yep, we'll get you a copy of that, yep.
Next week, Sue. Next week we'll print some out for you,
Okay,
okay?
can I stop Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We have about an hour and a half
Yeah, no, we didn't.
executive
Yeah.
session in
Yeah.
person. I don't know if you want
That'll stop
to
me.
table the
Yeah.
gate conversation
We'll
to a
have them
different
ready for you.
executive session, or if you want to have them wait. But it'll be probably past 9 by the time we get back to that, and we have people here
Okay,
in person.
perfect.
I don't want to
Okay.
push out the tromblies.
No, I understand.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
could we front load the tromblies? Because I don't think the gate conversation can be.
No, we can't have a gate conversation.
That's why I say I don't think it's gonna be long, so maybe we can just.
Yeah, we can put them right up front. Yeah.
Let me go get.
We need,
I do have one thing.
Hey, Shelley.
Ray LaRush,
See you soon.
Ray LaRush came to me and he talked about Mill Hill. I don't know who owns that path, go down the bottom of Mill Hill. And I think we gotta look into it a little better. He would like to go down Mill Hill and across, so he wouldn't have to go down 207. But he'd still be crossing the bridge. And I heard some, I never been down there, I don't know if you've been down
I
there.
didn't know the trail
I
existed.
think he's talking about, that's the portage trail.
portage trail.
We can't,
Okay.
Our mics are still hot, guys.
Well,
Yes, they were.
we're still in other business.
yeah.
are you supposed to be on camera? Whatever you're
Yeah.
talking about? Okay, just making sure you know.
Yeah, we're still in other
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
Yeah, we're doing, this is under other business.
Okay.
Finishing up, cleaning up, yep.
Okay, so you're saying that's federal?
That's part of the new portage trail that was, federal dollars were used to create it. It can't be used for any other.
Even the one,
Have we gone into executive session?
No,
No.
we are not. We're
Okay.
under other business right now.
Okay.
no, you know, I guess what I'm asking, Ben, is that part of it from
From
Mill Hill
to 207.
to 207?
Yes, it is.
It is, okay,
Because it comes from above the dam, the portage to below the dam.
okay. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. You give me all the information I needed. Okay,
Okay, good?
good.
Okay.
Good.
And we're fronting the
Yeah.
gate conversation. So, the motion in front of you, we should add it and add that the Tremblays that are on the Zoom be added into this executive session, in addition to me, Shelley, and the folks that have already been invited or are on the list to be invited into the executive session. We'll do this, and then we'll get those folks in and swap out.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so, kind of motion to end the regular meeting, move into executive.
I'll make that
Oh,
motion.
hold on, we got a little different options.
Are we getting an invite into a totally new Zoom meeting meeting?
Nope, same
Or do we
meeting.
just stay on this one?
Stay on this one, same meeting. Stay on this one.
Okay, Mom's gonna try to jump back in now. She accidentally hung up. She's gonna try to jump back in if you can just re-add her.
Okay.
Yep, sounds good.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we have to, the law that passed this year is we have to, like before we just say legal contract personnel, now we have to say specifically we're going in contract with certain people, for what reason.
Okay.
We have to announce it, so, let me do my best to do this, because it's a busy one. So, I'm gonna need a motion to go into executive with the village trustees from Swanton, Bill Sheets, Dave Chevalier, Freddie, Shelley, Wendy, do you wanna be there? Nope, okay. The entire select board, and that's gonna be the second item on the executive. The first item is gonna be the Tremblays, to include Jessica,
Darlene and David.
Darlene and David, Tremblays from Bouchard Road, to talk about a gate issue. And then we're also gonna talk about the arena renovation project contact details. I think that is it. Did I hit everything?
Yes.
Okay, so can I get a motion for all that?
I'll make that motion. for
I'll
all that.
second.
All those say aye?
Aye.
All right.